The National Council of SPCAs says it's disappointed and horrified that a court has not halted the live export by sea of around 56,000 sheep. The animals destined for the Middle East, but the council says the case is far from over. Joining me now, Meg Wilson from the NSPCA. Meg, good afternoon to you and a very warm welcome. First up, what is the status of the animals right now? Where are they and under what conditions are they being kept?
So the animals currently are being loaded onto the ship. We have a team down at the feedlot in Berlin in the Eastern Cape and at the East London Harbour. We have witnessed horrifying things, the way that these animals are being handled. They're being kicked, pulled by the ears and punched in the face. We have issued numerous warnings. A lot of the animals are not shorn and they are being loaded onto the ship to go through one of the hottest times of the year with a full coat of wool, as well as they are overweight and already lethargic. So it's not looking good for the sheep. It was never looking good for the sheep, but now it's really bad.
And who's perpetrating this?
It would be the exporters, which is Al Mawashi and KLTT. It's a Kuwaiti company. They have a subsidiary here in South Africa, and then they have their agents and the people that they employ to do this job.
Now, just looking at the judgment, it was ordered that the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development had to monitor the loading process and provide reports to the court. Is that happening? And my understanding is that you take issue with that decision. Absolutely.
First of all, we've laid charges against this department for a previous shipment that happened because they were there, they saw the cruelty and they took no action and allowed the ship to carry on. On top of which, the department is there, but they've sent 2 entry-level veterinarians. They have literally just qualified. They're doing their 1-year community service. They have absolutely no experience in farm animals and in the shipping of farm animals either. So we do take exception to that as well. Our team is there and we are having to point out all the issues that are happening and all the OIE contraventions. On top of which, in this judgment, they made no mention of the Animals Protection Act, which is the act that protects animals in South Africa. They only mention the OIE standards, which were written for the world, where there are countries that don't have animal protection standards or laws. So to enforce just the standard is completely, it doesn't make sense in our country where we have such strong laws.
Just a final one then. Given that the ship, I imagine, is going to set sail shortly, what's the point of your appeal? What are you hoping to achieve?
Well, the point of our court case now wasn't just to interdict this ship. It was to interdict all ships until Part B of our case has been heard. So our appeal would be to interdict any ship that is planning to come back to South Africa and load sheep or cattle to the Middle East until Part B is heard, which would be a complete ban. So we are appealing it. We don't have the reasons for why the judge made this order. We need to see what those reasons are. And on top of which we need to appeal and make sure that no other ship comes here and that they do not get sheep in their feedlots until we know the outcome of Part B.
All right, we'll check in with you later from the NSPCA. Meg Wilson, disturbing story. Thank you very much for joining us.